Hello, adventurers! My name is Chance. Welcome to my spellbook, and thank you so much for tuning into the 22nd episode of our background series, which means we're nearing the halfway mark. There's about 55 of these, I believe, somewhere in that neighborhood. So that means it's like 27, 28 videos until the halfway mark. So we're about, I don't know, 5 or 6 away, depending on how you look at it. Really exciting stuff nonetheless. And we have a real treat in store for us today. We're going to be taking a look at Gambler. This background is found in the Acquisitions Incorporated book, and I really like it. I think it's cool. I love almost everything by Acquisitions Incorporated, so I am a little bit biased in that regard. However, I think a lot of people are going to be in agreement with me over this. Now, without further ado, let's take a quick look at his description here. All you need to make a lot of gold is a little gold. Except at those times when all you need to have no gold at all is a little gold. Whether you're a good gambler or a bad one rarely matters, because no one can divine the whims of Lady Luck. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, but the thing about gambling is that someone is always willing to take a bet. Very cool stuff, kinda humorous a little bit. Acquisitions Incorporated is just hilarious in general, so it makes sense. Now let's take a quick look at its mechanics here. Under skill proficiencies, you'll see Deception and Insight, which are both incredibly useful, especially in the gambling trade. Under tool proficiencies, you gain one gaming set of your choice, be it dragon chest, dice, cards, whatever it is you'd like. Under languages, any one of your choice as well. And under equipment, you gain one gaming set, a lucky charm, like a 4-leaf clover or something like that, a set of fine clothes, and a belt pouch containing 15 GP. Overall, really kind of standard. I do like the fact that both Deception and Insight are your proficiencies, as both are incredibly useful. Now let's take a quick look at its feature here. The feature for the Gambler is called Never Tell Me the Odds, and reads as followed. Odds and probability are your bread and butter. During downtime activities that involve games of chance or figuring the odds on the best plan, you can get a solid sense of which choice is likely the best one and which opportunities seem too good to be true at the DM's discretion. What this is essentially the augury spell built into a nice little feature, woe and wheel and all that nonsense. It's going to be worth having a conversation with your dungeon master during session 0 ideally, how exactly you determine whether or not something's a bad idea. For example, the roll of the dice, the higher the number indicates it's a good idea, and the lower the number means you should become more cautious. I think that's arguably the easiest way to do this. However, if you want to perform some kind of a tarot card read with your deck, you could do that as well, I suppose. It's all up to you and how you want to flavor your character. Now let's move on to some suggested characteristics. I would really recommend getting the Acquisitions Incorporated book and actually reading all of the options, as some of them are likely to make you chuckle. But for this particular example, for the personality trait, I went with, I am one of Lady Luck's favored. Anything I try is destined to succeed. Under ideal, I put bravery. If you want to succeed, you have to take risks, and this will lend you to the more chaotic end of the spectrum. And under bond, I am loyal to the friend or family member who taught me how to gamble. Rather interesting. And flaw, I don't know when to quit, especially when everyone else is telling me to. I think this is a fairly common trait of those who struggle with gambling, not to make light out of it, but just to make an accurate character. I really do like the bond in particular, because odds are the one who got you involved in gambling is likely to be an avid gambler themselves, and likely enough they're going to run into a spot of problems here or there, and likely get the party involved. So it does have a little miniature quest arc built into it, which is quite cool, and I am always in favor of great character development. Very good stuff. Now let's get on to my personal thoughts about it. I really like the Gambler. I think it's great. I think there's a lot of potential good roleplay opportunities for this particular background. There's a lot of gamblers involved in D&D. They just usually use different backgrounds. Like the criminal, for example, almost always has a gambling tendency. At least that's what I've noticed in my Adventure League. However, the gambler themselves, especially with that feature and the deception and insight proficiencies, would probably make a much better choice. In any case, let me know what you think about the Gambler down beneath in the comments section. Be sure to mention any thoughts, questions, comments, or concerns you may have regarding it. And if you'd like to get your hands on a free one-shot, please do check out the Guild Hall, links down beneath in the description, and use code WELCOME on checkout to get your one-shot for free. And naturally, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and as always, happy adventuring, everyone.